On NTA Channel 5 Abuja News at 7. Rededicate yourselves to worship Allah. Islamic scholar enjoins Muslims. Ahead of Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week, Primary Healthcare Board engages critical stakeholders. And NTA strategizes on new reforms and ideas as a way of providing better working conditions for staff. A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Blessing Damfalani. President Bola Tinubu has charged ministers and top government functionaries to deliver on the renewed hope agenda of the administration by ensuring high-quality performance in governance and that all efforts are intensified towards reduction in poverty, which he said is not acceptable to the administration. The president was speaking at the closing ceremony of the 2023 cabinet retreat for top government functionaries. The president reiterated that there's a lot of work ahead of the administration, expressing hope that with the quality of ministers, the administration must make the desired impact to shape the future for the country. The president says they bear a lot of responsibility, credibly, to restore the hope of the people, emphasizing that the administration must not fail nor disappoint Nigerians. The president says they bear a lot of responsibility and that must reform credibly to restore the hope of the people, emphasizing that the administration must not fail nor disappoint Nigerians. The day of accountability before self to the true worship of Allah as enshrined in Islamic tenets. Imam of Nasfat Islamic Center, Gudu Abuja, Dr. Shuaib Folorunsho Surajuddin gave this admonition in his Jum'at sermon. Abdullahi Ajia reports on the spiritual message.
Total guidance for the children in accordance with the principle of Sharia, which guarantees modesty, obedience and morals, Ustaz Shuaibu Folorunsho Surajuddin says, should be instilled in children while exhibiting exemplary behavior as parents.
This Sadaqat Jariyah, that is the first thing that will remain for us in the sight of Allah to be as a reward for us. The second one is Waladun Saliha Yadihullah Ifu there. So nothing more than the children left behind, and the children has to be children that what very knowledgeable in terms of Islamic affairs, so that they will follow our trait, and when we are no more, so we will not regret that we let them. So whatever be it may be, so the knowledge is knowledge, and let the knowledge be invaluable knowledge.
What is important is to hold our values. We've lost our value completely. So in this regard, if we can help our value right from our children, regardless of the religion, whether Muslim or Christian, all preaches peace and good value.
Spiritual purgation of iniquities. The cleric also reminds the congregation as what they should do without hesitation. Always striving in the cause of Allah, Imam Surajuddin emphasizes is capable of bringing glad tidings in this life and the hereafter. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has pledged timely completion of the renovation of the Abuja National Mosque and the National Christian Ecumenical Center. The minister made the pledge during the inspection tour of the two national monuments in the nation's capital. Onoze Yakubu has the details.
Funds for the renovation of the Abuja National Mosque and the Economical Center have been released, signaling the planned commencement of repair works at the two national monuments. These were the words of the FCT Minister Yeson Wike during the on-the-spot assessment of the worship centers.
I've given approval that the money should be released to the contractors to complete the additional work. While the Christian Center had requested for a phase 2, which I said that I'll look at the cost. If it's within what the FCT can do on their own, we'll likely go ahead. But if it is what's above our threshold, we'll have to go back to Mr. President for approval. But what it tells you that it is in line with the agenda of Mr. President, the Daily Hope agenda of running an.
Words of commendation and encouragement pour in for the FCT minister for his support to his primary constituency, the judiciary, over the years. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court in the FCT, Justice John Joho, solicits allocation of land for the justices of the court.
The welfare of the River State Judiciary during your tenure was second to none. You believed that it should be on the front corner of the executive, and you raised the bar so high that it became the envy of judicial officers in other states. Kindly urge Your Excellency to use your good office in allocating landed property to all 7 Federal High Court judges. We appreciate our large number and hence suggest that allocation can be in batches.
FCT Minister Yeson Wike says there is no point allocating land without infrastructure, hence the need to do the needful before any further allocation, pledging his support for the judiciary.
I know the importance of the judiciary. We want our democracy to survive, but without the judiciary, it will not be possible. Nigerians are talking about democracy today is because of the judiciary, the role you play. And so whatever the judiciary requires to strengthen them is not over demanding. Last time when the minister of my predecessor was here, I think he made some allocations. Unfortunately, where he made allocations, there are no infrastructure. So we'll do everything we can to make sure that.
For the A in achieving its set goals while reeling out areas they want the top management to focus on. Top on the agenda is the need for upward review of poor salary scheme, staff welfare, provisions of more buses to convey staff, as well as making available an additional clinic at the DOMSAT of the NTA, and other worker-related matters were highlighted.
Whatever it is that we need to do to be able to improve our life while we are here, so that even when we are gone, we'll still be able to look at NTA and then say, this place made us. Because whether we like it or not, we are giving our all to NTA.
I and my team will bring in a new vista of purpose into this union.
Flanked by executive directors, the Director General of NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, described by the newly elected union members as a go-getter, said management had already set up 2 main committees to handle most of the requests put forward by the unions. He said new reforms and ideas are underway, while urging the executives of both chapels to work in tandem with the organization to bring the desired change.
A committee has already been set up, and they are going to be given one month, that is 4 weeks, within which to report back. From there, we will begin to implement. And we are also looking at the issue of revenue generation, because the chunk of what you have agreed has to do with money.
While the management of NTA is making efforts to improve the general well-being of its staff, especially regarding housing, the DG urged the staff to prepare adequately for their retirement. In Abuja, Francis Dojo, NTA News.
Now let's talk health. FCT Primary Healthcare Board has engaged critical stakeholders in Abuja to intensify awareness ahead of the Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week and to effectively disseminate information on outbreak response. Hakimat Aliu has the details of the program.
This meeting is to sensitize members of the FCT Primary Healthcare Board Social Mobilization Committee on their roles and the activities that will be carried out during the Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week between 11th and 15th of November.
This opportunity to let all the parents, caregivers, to know that this intervention is very key and very essential for the well-being of the child. So anywhere you are in FCT, this is an opportunity to bring out your children aged 0 to 59 months to come out to any of our primary healthcare facilities for the uptake.
The Executive Secretary, FCT Primary Healthcare Board, Dr. Yakubu Mohammed, at the meeting commended all for their contributions, urging them to give necessary support towards successful implementation of the program.
The success of these activities essentially depends on the level of acceptance of our parents and caregivers, so that they will make available, the cooperate with us and make available the target population that we intend to reach out with this intervention. That can only be possible through the concerted effort of this committee. This committee, how much we achieve in our interventions to an extent rests on the output that this committee sets out to deliver in the community. We need to continue to raise awareness in the general public on the significance of this, allay the fears that is in the minds of people based on misinformation and wrong information that have been circulating about. We're just out of an intervention. We just concluded an intervention.
The Maternal, Newborn and Child Health Week, which happens twice every year, is aimed at improving the health status of Nigerian women and children by increasing coverage of key maternal, newborn and child health interventions. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
Similarly, about 300 students and 50 teachers of the Tudunwada Government Secondary School benefited from the free eye screening, test, and medication by the Alice Wani Development Foundation. Sandra Ekeme covered the exercise and reports that the gesture is in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Health and other partners.
The free eye screening test and medication by the Alice Wani Development Foundation, in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Health and in collaboration with the Tulsi Shanrai Foundation Eye Hospital and civil society groups for good governance, is to provide medical services at the grassroots. The organizers say the outreach is one of the humanitarian services targeted at giving back to the society.
We are partnering together to see how we can sensitize the students and the teachers, on the importance of eyes, to screen them, to give them medication as well.
Alice Wani Development Foundation is under the civil society groups for good governance. It's one of the many organizations under our coalition. We have been facilitating and all that in terms of the logistics, in terms of the support, in terms of the mobility and the rest of it, and even in terms of finances too.
Beneficiaries at the exercise lauded the gesture, saying it is timely and would save them the cost of going to the hospital.
We are teachers and we really need the glasses because we use it to read, we use it to mark students' notes, and some of us are really finding it difficult to. There are some people that cannot actually have the time to go to hospital, but with this gesture coming down to the grassroots, it has really helped a lot of them.
The Alice Wani Development Foundation has further appealed to spirited individuals for more support to enable them reach out to more schools. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
And now let's join the Sport Desk for Sports Brief.
The Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL) and digital broadcasting company StarTimes Nigeria have penned down an exclusive 5-year broadcast deal. This means NPFL matches will be broadcast live on television as part of a significant development to the league's reach. The deal will run for 5 years and is worth in excess 1.6 billion naira. Coverage will begin on November 18, 2023, and games will be televised for viewers via the StarTimes decoder and mobile application. Meanwhile, ahead of the third edition of the CAF Women's Champions League to hold from November 5th to 19, 2023 on Sunday, the official poster of the tournament has been revealed. The poster had the CAF Champions League trophy with the date of the competition. The venue of the tournament was also embedded in the poster with the logo for the 8 participating teams. Atletico FC of Ivory Coast also hosts Sporting Club Casablanca, Morocco, JKT, Tanzania, and Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies, South Africa are participating teams. Still talking football, Wydad Casablanca withstood immense late pressure to eliminate Esperance 5-4 on penalties and booked their place in the African Football League final after a dramatic semi-final. The North Africans have earlier shown their determination with a victory over the People's Elephant Eyimba, both home and away, to come this far. The Moroccans will face South Africa Mamelodi Sundowns for the first leg final on 5th November and the second on November 11th. In boxing, FA Ajagba, Nigerian contender, is set to face upset-minded Australian Joe Goodall in the 10th-round heavyweight attraction this Saturday in Nevada. Both met as amateurs, with Joe earning a decision in the semi-finals for the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and nearly 10 years later, the two are ready to settle the score that could propel the winner towards an eventual title opportunity. With Sports Brief, Gideon Yohana, NTA News.
And on that note, we conclude the English version of the news for tonight. Let's join our translators who are on the standby. Thanks for watching and good night.
Yuzo wawe wonana iwo abada zaza ishan daje zuma woni ye wagoba ngai osa no sala yi pa yin pebo no wobe jin shiko ya bi webe ya to kuyi konye kwa jin oza wa wo vivi shiko yi wa bati na mona be da wojuo abla ya dia wale sheba webe na bedai wa ngege abapakale yin no shiko hwenu no asla jiba mba nyido ngudu na no ekinzina na yo Dr. Shaib Bola Reshe Sura Din we jin apmache so be nyin we go shi ko be da gnan we la kan fu ya du nsasi we na ga yin pie ko inde ko wulo nje yin pie no nzaba fu no ache te ha mi nhabu ka puyun minister ekinzina yerso wike wa nga go yelo awe jin yakun adnagban no ba meji na lo no nyize asala jiyan bedonu ayesi vian anjilo ajimba aban na bage ajimba ba pie bazo fi bazo abajin na osamba go bazo abajin iche oneze yakubu wale sheba we be na bedai wa minister we dade na sawa bisheba we lo abe no ajilo ajin tintin we ngage wo bache na mona lo waji ebo ba mi wajin wajege akutuneze jin pie wo bajin edo ta miun wada wa ngabie abo nu baba jin oza wawo agmada weku apimi abaku ba jin pa kami agaza ekin nanu ekin sinaye oneze yakubu nwale sheba webe na beda wa minister ekin sinaya yesu wuke wone dade nsai nwe go ngabie wadai ya bokun yatia nu ayiwo john sohoyin osane be bo ngabike nanu watun ba wada ye ngabie wa ngage ba kusam rika chuo we ngaba yi apalo na no kinzinda mbaba me api no obebe na minister wa ngage atami siyasa kwaji apie na wada ye tichenu woto ba zamulo nanu watun jinsam omaje abo abawule lainu sai ko nai
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da yammacin juma'a a takaice ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaranmu ne mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. An bayyana ranar hisabi bayan an koma ga Allah maɗaukakin sarki a matsayin babban darasi ga kowane musulmi wanda ya kamata ya ƙara ɗaura ɗamarar ibada domin dacewa da kyakkyawan ƙarshe kamar yadda addinin musulunci ya koyar. Wakilinmu Abdullahi Ajiya ya haɗo mana rahoto cewa limamin masallacin cibiyar musulunci ta ƙasa Nafsat da ke gudu a nan birnin tarayya Abuja, Dr. Shu'aib Folorin Show Surajuddin shi ne ya tunatar da al'ummar musulmi haka a saƙon huɗubar sallar Juma'a yau. Ministan birnin tarayya Abuja Nyesom Wike ya yi alƙawarin kammala gyare-gyaren babban masallacin Juma'a na ƙasa da cibiyar mabiya addinin Kirista ta ƙasa domin kyautata ibadun 'yan ƙasar mabiya tagwayen addinan ƙasar. Wakilin Shaibu Nuzi Yakubu ya rawaito mana cewa ministan ya yi alƙawarin yin aikin ne a lokacin da ya kai ziyarar aiki guraren ibadar a nan birnin tarayya Abuja, inda ya ce za a saki kuɗin da za a kammala ayyukan saboda matuƙar muhimmancinsu ga rayuwar al'ummar ƙasar. Sai an samar da ababen more rayuwa kafin a fara maganar raba filaye a birnin tarayya Abuja. Wakilin Shaibu Nuzi Yakubu ya sake shaida mana cewa ministan birnin tarayya Abuja Nyesom Wike shi ne ya bayyana haka a lokacin da ya gana da alƙalan babbar kotun Abuja John Tsoho a yayin da ya kai masa ziyara a ofishinsa da tawagarsa a nan birnin tarayya Abuja. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne kenan sai kuma ranar Litinin idan Allah ya kai mu kwana lafiya.
Nde ọgbọ́n mana ekiri anyị n'uhuruchi taa nụrụ akụkọ ụwa na nkenke. Aha m bụ Maazị Okwi Francis Ide. Ụbọchị ikpe a na-abịa bụ ọkpụrụkpụ ihe nrụtụ aka nye onye Muslim ọbụla nke ga-eme ka ha tinye uchu ha ịgbaso iwu niile edere n'akwụkwọ gbasatara okpukpere Allah. Abdullahi Ajiya mere ka amata na ozi ọma sitere n'ọnụ dọkịta Shuaib Folorin Show Surajuddin bụ Imam nke Nafsat Islamic Center dị na Gudu n'oge okpukperechi Jumat nke taa. Minista na-ahụ maka FCT bụ Nyesom Wike ekwela nkwa na gọọmenti ga-emezicha ebe okpukperechi ndị ụka Islam nakwa nke ndị ụka Kraịst ukwu ndị a dị n'ime Abuja n'oge na-eteghị anya. Nọọsụ Yakubu mere ka amata na ya bụ minista kwere nkwa n'oge onye ikpe ukwu mere njem nleta n'ebe a na-arụgasị ebe ya bụ okpukperechi n'ime Abuja. Minista na-ahụ maka Abuja ọzọ bụ Nyesom Wike ekwuola na ụlọ ọrụ ya ga-arụpụtagasị akụrụngwa na-enyere ndụ aka tupu enye onye ọbụla ala n'ime FCT. Nọọsụ Yakubu wetara ya bụ akụkọ mere ka amata na minista kwuru nke a oge onye ọkaikpe ukwu nke Abuja bụ Justice John Soho gara leta ya n'ụlọ ọrụ ya dị n'ime Abuja. Ndewo gị bụ onye ọma kiriri akụkọ anyị n'uhuruchi taa. Ọ dịkwanụ ụbọchị Mọnde. Ndewo.
Kàlẹ̀ o ẹ sì kú dédé wòyí ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín láti ẹnu Bọ́lájí Mátì. Ọjọ́ tí a ó lọ jábọ̀ níwájú Ọlọ́run ọba jẹ́ ọjọ́ kan tó ṣe pàtàkì púpọ̀ fún mùsùlùmí òdodo láti fi ara rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ sí Ọlọ́run ọba pẹ̀lú inú mímọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn Islam ṣe tọ́ka. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajiya ròyìn wípé èyí ni kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tó jáde nínú wàásù Jímọ̀ tòní látẹnu Ìmámù Nafsat ti agbègbè Gúdù l'Àbújá Dókítà Shuaib Folorin Show Surajuddin tó rọ gbogbo mùsùlùmí láti súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run ọba gidigidi kí wọ́n sì dé ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ọba nínú ìgbòkègbodò wọn. àdúrà pàtàkì wáyé fún ìṣọ̀kan àti àgbéga orílẹ̀-èdè. Aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Nyesom Wike pinnu láti rí i wípé ẹ̀wù tuntun tí mọ́ṣáláṣí ńlá ti ìlú Àbújá àti ilé ìjọsìn ọmọlẹ́yìn Kristi torílẹ̀-èdè yóò gbé wọ̀ láti parí láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ọ̀nàṣe Yakubu ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Nyesom Wike ló la ọ̀rọ̀ náà mọ́lẹ̀ lásìkò tó ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ilé Ọlọ́run ọba ńlá méjèèjì tó ń bẹ ní ìgboro ìlú Àbújá. Ó mẹ́nu bà gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí ìjọba gbé lórí àtúnṣe àwọn ilé ìjọsìn méjèèjì. Ọ̀pọ̀ aṣíwájú ẹ̀sìn méjèèjì ló pèsè níbi ètò náà. Wọ́n gbàdúrà fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè bákan náà. Àwọn ohun èlò ńlá ti wà nílẹ̀ kí wọ́n tó fún ẹnikẹ́ni ní ilẹ̀ láti kọ́lé lórígun mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ọ̀nàṣe Yakubu ròyìn wípé aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Nyesom Wike ló gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà kalẹ̀ lásìkò tó gba àlejò adájọ́ àgbà ilé ẹjọ́ gíga ti Àbújá onídàájọ́ John Soho ní iléeṣẹ́ rẹ̀ l'Àbújá, níbi tí ó ti sọ wípé àtìlẹ́yìn ìjọba ṣe pàtàkì púpọ̀ fún ìdàgbàsókè. Bákan náà, aláṣẹ Wike nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tọ́ka sí ìrìn àjò adájọ́ àná lórí ìbéèrè tó wáyé ní àkókò náà. Ó pinnu láti ṣe ojúṣe fún àwọn nǹkan tí àlejò rẹ̀ fẹ́. Tó a ò rí jù báyìí lọ́sẹ̀ títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní àṣẹ ti Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mú wa.